Welcome to day 5 of Mindfulness Inspirations with Kath. I'm so happy that you can join me for this episode and incredibly proud that we've been able to get to day 5 or week 5 of this 21-day Mindfulness Inspirations. I'm enjoying taking the time to focus on some really beautiful words and being able to share my reflections with you about them. And I hope that you're really loving and enjoying the episodes. I also hope that it is encouraging you and supporting your journey in mindfulness. Also, these are available on our YouTube channel, Mia Bell New Zealand. They are also on miabell.co.nz as a written blog if you prefer that. Thanks so much for tuning in today. So today's word, it is the word ease. Such a beautiful word. I always bring it to mind to remind me whenever I start to feel constricted, whenever I start to feel cornered or just without spaciousness in my mind, body, and life. So it's a wonderful word to focus on and base a mindfulness meditation from. So I'm looking forward to sharing this with you today. So at the beginning of each year, I intuitively pick 2 to 3 words that describe my intentions. It helps me to really focus on the year ahead. It also helps me to center myself every time I feel like my focus during the year strays. It's a really great way of centering back to what my intention is for the year. And the intention isn't based on any particular physical goal or anything. It's more a state of being that it's based around. So it's flexible and it really has that our well-being and mental health in mind. So for 2024, one of the words that I felt drawn to was this word ease, which is defined as the absence of difficulty or effort. And so this week I'm making an inquiry into navigating life with an increased sense of calm and relaxation, letting go of unnecessary stress and tension, and embracing a more effortless way of living. Some people may call it living with more grace. How do we cultivate more ease into our lives? I invite you to be more curious about this. Allow yourself to explore it and what it feels and looks like for you if you were to live life with more ease. It's impossible to go through life without having difficulty or without putting effort in. And so this episode, I hope, will help you to balance that and recognize and be more aware of when you need more ease, when we need to step back, and when we need to take action, and just that ebb and flow of effort and letting go. I think it's a lifelong journey lesson, but it's great to remind ourselves regularly on bringing more ease into our daily life. There is an incredible amount of amazing knowledge available to us out there in the world. Learning and being cerebral has its place, definitely. For myself, I love studying and learning and stimulating myself mentally and being around those that love to have mentally stimulating conversations about what they're learning. It's really satisfying. However, there can be times where it does feed our ego And if we are to live in a state of just living in our mind and just stimulating ourselves mentally, it disconnects us from our being. If we focus purely on just knowledge. Knowledge is so different to experience. We can know something, but have never experienced it personally. And so I think it's really important to embody and get a balance between knowledge and being, and knowledge and experience. So embodying both. What do you think the world promotes more of right now? Is it knowledge or being? Take a moment to think about that. So for me, studying the contrast of ease, what's the opposite of ease for me? Constricted, controlled, difficult, to hinder, to complicate. The contrast of ease, studying that and how this feels, helps me to identify what I would or wouldn't like to experience in my body and in my life. It helps me to get in touch with what is better for my body and well-being. So how do we move from just knowing about ease to living and embodying it more in our lives, so we really sit in it and we hold it within us and we just have this knowing, as opposed to knowing about it? We live and breathe it. How do we do that? Mindfulness is about being present. It's an embodied mind and body connection. How do we go about cultivating this? So remember, these practices are not just about knowing in your head, but allowing these states to drop into your heart and letting go, letting your mind, body and soul to soak in it. It's about feeling it, exploring it, allowing curiosity and spaciousness around it. And this is why I always finish with a mindfulness visualization after each episode to help us with mind and body connection. We can't just know about something, we need to experience it. It is incredibly difficult to live with a divided mind and body. And to support you to experience the best for your life, your mind and body need to be aligned, and these mindfulness practices that I share with you will help support you in taking steps there. So letting go is such an important aspect of experiencing more ease in our lives. Inviting more ease into our lives, loosening our hold on things like anger, resentment, stress, tension, hurt, the need to control, to even know the full picture, the stories we go over and over in our heads. Letting these go regularly is a healthy practice. And can I also address the need to be constantly in the mind? No amount of thinking, speculating and theorizing is going to help, since a lot of what is happening around us is out of our control. We invite more ease into our lives by letting go of the need to think so much. Our bodies and minds can be communicating completely different messages because of the dissonance caused by body and mind being divided. We end up feeling pulled. Our body is trying to communicate to us one thing, and then our minds are trying to give us another message. And so there's that divide there. I invite you to work on the unity between the body and mind through mindfulness practices. acknowledge the mind, but remind it isn't always right, and that we appreciate the contribution it wants to give us. But at times we need to say, I need you to be quiet. I appreciate you, but I just need you to be quiet. And sometimes we need to be persistent about that and quite firm, but acknowledge, the job that it does for us, because we can appreciate the fact of what our mind is trying to do for us. But, there are moments where it is needed, and there are moments where it's not. Ease relates to going with the flow. There is a natural flow to life, and sometimes we feel the need to fight against it. Perhaps it's due to fear, and because we want it to go a particular direction or reach a particular outcome. The outcome we desire isn't always guaranteed. There is an element of letting go and going with the flow and staying flexible that is needed in order for us to experience more ease. It's a bit like allowing life to unfold before you. Just be with yourself, where you are at, and remember to always give yourself grace, acceptance, kindness, forgiveness, and magnify gratitude. Look at the glass half full. We need a balance between having faith, trust, and taking action. You can only do what you can with what you have, with what you know. Once you've done that, we can wait patiently for the fruit of the seeds that we've planted. We can practice letting go and inviting ease into our situation. We can still act and be engaged, but fully participating in our lives from a state of more ease. And it's that ebb and flow of acting and waiting that I mentioned earlier. Your intention, motivation, is vital for this part of the equation for more ease. When you get really clear with your intention, which is related to the why in your life, your intentions are then undiluted. And that clarity means you know the bullseye that you want to hit, the direction and your focus. To identify your why, you can ask yourself questions like, what is important to you? What difference do you want to make in the world? What makes you tick? What sets your heart alight? Spend time exploring this if you need time. Remember to focus on your intention. It is what matters the most. It's what you can control. Let go of that which you can't control, like people's opinions, their reactions, and judgments towards you. Focus on your inner work and take leaps of faith. And as you do this, you are strengthening your inner being. And you may just find that life begins to unfold in new and exciting ways for you. So what you're doing is, when you apply these actions, is you are relying less on the external factors that we can sometimes be reliant on to give us value, to give us worth, to give us direction. We are beginning to tune into our internal GPS system and building trust with ourselves in order to act from. So we're cultivating, just allowing life to unfold before us through a inner being kind of existence, as opposed to needing a lot of external validation. So, and this will give you a really solid foundation within yourself. So it's your rock in a storm, really. You are the rock in any storm you face. And if you build yourself up, if you invest time into your inner being, you're going to reap the benefits of that. So I invite you now into our mindfulness visualization part of the episode. So find your comfortable sitting position. Take some deep conscious breaths with me. And imagine that as you inhale, you are breathing in what you need more of today. Do you need more joy, peace, calmness, clarity, playfulness, lightness, strength? Imagine these states beginning to fill your body as you breathe in. And as you exhale, imagine releasing that which is heavy, constricted, negative, stressful, or confusing you right now. Notice the chair, support, or floor underneath you. Notice how you completely trust it to fully support you. Allow yourself to relax into the support even more, feeling it holding you in the safety of the support. It is solid and firm. Bring to mind the word ease. If you can picture it in front of you, what do the letters look like? Imagine ease being a particular colour. What colour is it for you? How does it feel? Is it warm? What shape is it? Is it static? Or does it move? I'd like you to picture a serene place where you feel completely at ease. It could be a tranquil beach, a peaceful forest, or a cozy room. Imagine yourself in this place, surrounded by everything that brings you comfort and relaxation. As you visualize this place, notice the details. See the colors, hear the sounds, and feel the sensations. Allow yourself to fully immerse in the scene of ease and relaxation. Keep breathing deeply and slowly, and with each breath, allow a sense of ease to fill your body. Feel your muscles relax your mind quiet, and your heart lighten. Just enjoy the serene setting for a few moments. Now imagine this ease that you are feeling in the scene beginning to spread through your entire being. It starts from your heart and flows outward, reaching every part of your body. Feel your shoulders drop, your jaw unclench, and your hands soften. As you breathe, notice any areas of tension or tightness in your body. Gently direct your breath to these areas, inviting them to soften and release. With each exhale, let go of any remaining stress or worry, and imagine these tensions dissolving, replaced by a warm, soothing sense of ease. Now I'd like you to bring to mind a stressful or challenging situation in your life right now, or a situation or an area in your life that you would like to experience more ease in. It could be your money situation, your job, a relationship, an assignment, your workload. It can be anything. Just pick one thing you want to invite more ease into. I want you to imagine navigating that situation with the same feeling of ease as the scene we imagined. How are you approaching this situation now? What outcome would you like to experience? Imagine this is happening with ease. Imagine that the solutions you need to navigate the situation is coming to you with ease. And imagine that solution is right there in your hand, and the feeling of this coming to you with ease. Silently repeat to yourself, I invite ease into my life. With each repetition, feel this intention settling deeper within you. I invite ease into my life. I invite ease into this situation. Allow this affirmation to resonate, reinforcing your commitment to living with ease and grace. When you are ready, slowly bring your awareness back to the room and your surroundings. Wiggle your fingers and toes, feeling the surface beneath you again. Take a few deep breaths, carrying the sense of ease with you. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Once more, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Slowly open your eyes and take a moment to notice how you feel, keeping the essence of this meditation within you. Perhaps you'd like to sit for a little while longer and just savor this moment of peace and relaxation as you finish this meditation. Bringing ease into your life doesn't require drastic changes. It's about making small, mindful choices that promote relaxation and well-being. And I want to give you a few tips to help you cultivate that ease throughout your day. So the first one is pause and breath. Taking regular breaks to pause and taking your deep conscious breaths, allowing yourself to reset and recharge. Simplify your routine. Focus on what's truly important and what really matters, and letting go of unnecessary tasks or commitments. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself and recognize when you need to rest or take a break. Recognize when you need to say no. Allow yourself to let go of guilt when you need to say no. Create a peaceful environment. Surround yourself with things that bring you comfort and joy, whether it's a clean workspace, soothing music, or calming scents. This is incredibly important. So those are some tips that you can remind yourself with. Maybe you want to pick one and work on those for a week. I like to start with anchoring myself and centering myself in my breath on a regular basis, and maybe it's taking the time to create a habit of noticing your breath and being aware of your breathing. I'd like to thank you for joining me on this day 5 of our 21-day mindfulness inspiration journey. I'm Kath, and I've dedicated this time to exploring and sharing and teaching mindfulness. Over the years, I've seen how the practice of mindfulness has helped transform my inner life, bringing a sense of peace, joy, and ease to everyday moments. And it's helped me to tackle some challenging times. I'm excited to share this journey with you and help you discover the beauty of living with more ease. Till next week, blessings. Have an amazing week ahead. Bye for now.